spouse is there. Maybe they will be happy to be there, turn the patient, help the patient, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so all those assessment we do. So remember hand hygiene, privacy, and going to the patient, greeting him, verifying him, everything. Okay, then you tell him he is ready. I'm going to go prepare my equipments and come back to you. Skipping those steps because you will be able to do it. Okay, so that is why we need the chart. The documentation form, I have put it in the Moodle. Please take a copy of it. You make a documentation and show it to the students. Okay, they may not be able to write by themselves now. You write it. This is how we are going to document. Just in the beginning stage, you can tell them. Just simple ones. When I finish, I will tell you what we are expecting. Okay, and so after you discuss all these things, going to the patient and all those things, I'm going to go prepare the equipments. So what are all the equipments we need? I'll share some experience. When I was taking theory class yesterday, when we said about bath and other things, there were many questions from the students. Are we allowed to use gloves and this, that, and all they were asking. Yes, we allow them to use gloves in the hospital also, here also. So they may be asking a lot of questions related to that. So we will collect even this disposable apron. That is also because to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, even for bed making sometimes we allow, but we are not getting enough items. That's why we are not using it much. But for hair wash and bed bath, better to use, otherwise they will be wetting themselves. So you collect this. I just collected two because for someone who's going to help me, if not, one is enough. And then we always allow the students to do as two students bath. Otherwise it's very difficult. But some areas like face, you want both the students to do it. So let the first student do, repeat it with the second student also. Okay, hand okay, leg okay, one they can do, one the other one can do. But chest, back and all individually they have to do, but they help each other. So you keep always two students when you are doing the procedure. And other things like you need basin, hot water. Though we switched on, only cold water is coming. Maybe it will take time, so we should remember to switch those heater switches in the morning itself, so that when we are going to do the procedure, hot water is ready. Okay, and we can either use liquid soap if you want to prefer. This soap also is okay. Then this is for back massage. The main important procedure, exam procedure in bed bath is back massage. We may ask this separately for the exam. So whenever there are some procedures which are very important for exam, let us also concentrate more on it, so that individually students will learn everything. Okay, and hand hygiene always. We need small towels too. We call it as washcloth or mitten cloth, whatever you want you can call it. You have to, and just to keep them groomed at the end, you can have comb and nail care. Because we are all saying on the mannequin, we will not be really doing it, but at least let them have the concept of collecting these things. Okay, so emery board or orange stick they call it. This is for filing and for nail cutting. Okay, and 2 bath towels preferably. If we don't get 2 bath towels, at least 1 we should have. I'm saying about the lengthy towel. Today I can use 2, but I found only these 2. So when we are going to use it for the students, we may find it difficult. That's why I'm saying at least 1 lengthy one we should have. Okay, and dress, of course, to change after that. Okay, so imagine I have finished my talking, everything. I'm going to just get ready with my actually I want help from one nurse so that it is easy for me. We had practice. I wanted another person, they are doing something else. So for time being I'm calling. Want to wear a shirt? Here. The nurse can also wear gloves and everything. Okay, after I bring my equipments, let me prepare the patient first. The first thing is position your cot according to your height, so that the students need not bend and become very tired at the end of the day. So this is almost adjusted according to my height. Okay, and the second step will be, you can wear gloves at this stage actually, unless they are infected in other places I'm saying, and in the book also you will find we don't need to wear gloves, but here hospital policy almost for all the patients, because we do not know who's having what infection. So it is better to wear gloves. So we tell them to wear gloves. Okay, so this height is okay for me. Okay, what are all the preparation we are going to do on the patient? Just check the environment. If AC is very cold and things like that, in the real environment, that has to be adjusted. Then check the water you have brought, whether it is okay for the patient. There are some temperature which is given. I think 100 to 110 is okay. So, or ask the patient to, you can pour little on their dorsum of their hands and then check. If that is fine for them, okay. Or they want more hot and things like that, you adjust. And then you will have to give privacy. Remember that also. Because culture, especially whether it is male or female, this is needed. And then you check for any tubings, okay, whether it is attached urinary tubing or IV tubing, which can be removed and kept for some time. Those things and all we can remove. If not, okay, we will adjust, but we should be careful not to pull the things. Okay. And the first step is going to be, we are going to undress the patient. Okay, we have to remove the gown what the patient is wearing, and there is one top sheet and blanket. One is enough. Okay, we usually prefer to leave blanket with the patient because they should not feel cold during our bath. Okay, so how we are going to remove the dress also is a technique, because we are not going to expose the patient. As much as possible, though we have the privacy of curtains and all that, we try to provide as much as privacy. Okay, some of them may be wearing the pants also, so both should be removed. This blanket looks very small. Okay, let me see. Okay, so first you remove the dress, then we will remove the top sheet. And encourage the students to communicate with the patient, because we are touching their private parts, we are doing lot of procedures on their body. So for the patients not to feel bad, just keep communicating with them. Yeah. Yes, we should have the hamper, we should have set of linen, because usually this is followed by occupied bathing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you collect for that. See how we both are doing? Hold the top sheet, sorry, the blanket, and remove the sheet which is underneath by rolling it. Okay? Roll it, and then it can be disposed. If you feel that it's good and you want to change it, you can just dust it, fold it, and keep it. Okay? But usually we change. Okay. And the next step will be, see, if I am the primary nurse, I am going to do all the steps. Move the patient towards you. Okay, so that you need not struggle when you want to do on the other side. That is the principle. Okay? Yes, always move the patient. When we want to move, we can move upper portion and lower portion together. Okay, we always tell the patient to keep their hands like this. That is what I said, no? We will be learning about shifting, moving and all later properly. But this for now I am telling you, legs on each other, okay, and hands like this. Then if she is holding the upper portion, I am also holding here, okay, we can either move half first and then only the legs, okay. So half, then the legs. So when they are folding their hands and legs together, it's easy to move the patient, that's all. Okay, now everything is ready. I will be starting the bath always from head to foot. So this direction they should know. Another important thing is always finish farther side then nearer side. Why? Because after you clean this side, you do not want to cross and do this side. That's why you finish it first, then you come to your nearer side. That's all. There is no other thing. Even if they make a mistake in that, patient is not going to die. Okay? So things like that. Then when we come to the face, okay, first you remember to put at least a small towel. If we have a bath towel, it's good. But if we don't have a lengthy towel, even a short one is okay over here. Okay? So you should tell the students, they always think it's a doll. So they'll be handling very roughly. So we need to bring that habit in them by showing them how gently they have to hold the patient, things like that. Okay? Wear gloves. Wear gloves first itself, huh? Sorry. Because that feeling of patient is infected, that is not coming to me. Before touching the patient, when you start the procedure, just wear your gloves. My hands have become a little big, I kind of need to just which way?
The middle one.
And there are some care we need to take when we come to the face. Okay, and the procedure of mitten also I will show you. There are two different types of making mitten. Okay, it is up to you, however you want you can make, but I prefer this way. Either you can keep like this or keep like this. First fold, make a second fold, and then this can be put inside. Okay, this is easier for me, but actually in the book if you say, there is one more way of doing, like this. Your hands are here, you put like this first. Okay, they bring this portion second, this is the third portion. Like this also, but I feel this comes off, this is not, yeah. But the other mitten is very easy. Keep your hands, because students will take such a long time to make mitten each time. This only delays their procedure. Okay, so just train them before they start with the procedure. All these things you train them, then it's easy for them to start it off. Why we have two? We prefer to use one basin always for soap related things, one for cleaning. Then if that soapy one gets dirty, we can always change it in between, all those things. Okay. So when we come to the face, there are some areas we need to concentrate. So it's better for us to inform the students those things. When we come to eyes, we have something called inner canthus and outer canthus. So those terminologies, they should learn about it. I'm not against you talking to students in Arabic, no problem, but some of these terminologies and other things, please say it in English.
Yes.
You know why? When you ask in exam in English, they do not know what is it. Okay, so we are actually spoiling them. So as much as possible, please use the terminologies in English. Okay. I'm not against any language, just saying that. So when I want to do, okay, make a mitten. Okay, we are going to always do farther side first, then only nearer side. So even from the face, we will be starting there. So when we are going to do farther side, we are starting with the eyes always. And remember, they have to close their eyes. Okay, even that students should realize. Can you please close your eyes? Then only they should start. Okay, and we know that eyes have got lot of secretions and dirt is there. So always you use one side of your hand for one eye. You still feel it's very dirty, you can even wash it. If it's okay, not very dirty, you can use the same washcloth, but you are going to use different ends. One end for one eye, the other end for other eye. Okay, so can you please close your eyes from inner canthus to outer canthus. Okay, the same thing this side. Okay, inner canthus to outer canthus. If it's dirty, they can still use it. Always it's better to wash after wiping the eyes, because definitely it's going to be dirty. Okay, now you
the basin?
Soap, when we are using soap, we come to that.
Because the clean water.
Face, we are not going to use soap at all.
So,
I prefer to use one whenever I am using soap, the other one clean water. Okay, we can change in
The
between.
clean water will get
If we see like that, it's very
too
difficult.
much maybe,
Too
too
much,
much dirty.
yes. Okay, rather than not having anything, at least little bit we are able to do. That's all. We can never match it with the bath which we are taking in the bathroom. Definitely it cannot be. Okay, then you start with the forehead. Okay, forehead. Yes, then you can finish the cheek. Okay, cheek to chin. Introduce all these terminologies to them, otherwise they will never learn it. That's why. Okay, then go behind the ears, come to the neck. Same thing you do here. Forehead, cheek to chin, then behind the ears or near the ears, come to the neck. Can you lift your head? Nape of the neck also. Like that. That's all. Okay, we do not want to use soap for the patient at all. Unless they are very adamant, they want to use it, we will be using. Okay, because the rationale which is written is their face is always exposed, they are not covering. So it gets dried up fast, better not to use the soap. That is the reason. Okay, leave your thing if you are alone. But if you have another person, they can pat it dry. This also we need to tell the student. No wiping like this and removing. Okay, just pat it dry. Okay, then we can remove this towel also. That's all is face. Okay, if this towel is big enough, okay, otherwise I prefer to use another towel which is bigger than this, because for the arms we need a lengthier one. Okay, the draping, what is called draping? We are just exposing the area which we want to clean. So that process, how do we do? See, when I take this linen, put it underneath the axilla. See how even if I lift her hand, nothing should be seen underneath. Okay, same way you put the towel also lengthwise. Okay, it should be like this. Bring it around nicely so that we are not exposing the patient. At the same time, the bed also will not get wet. From now, we are going to do both. We are going to use soap and then water. Book, if you read, it says directly you can apply soap, but it is better first you wipe with water, apply soap, then water.
okay.
It's usually when we take shower.
Yes, we do like that. But book, I think they have given straight, you can go with okay. And there is something which is important here when we are going to show them the stroke from distal to proximal. The reason is we want to improve venous return. Whatever way possible, we want to improve the venous return of the patient so that they don't develop deep vein thrombosis. Okay, this point, please make sure that you are telling them. Okay, you remember to clean one side first. You call it as lateral and medial. So if you are doing lateral, go like this, then come to the medial side. Why medial side second? Because axilla is dirty. So when you are medial side, clean it like that. Okay. She needs to go. Okay, when we are applying soap, we can go in circular motion. It will be like a massage for the patient. When we are applying water alone, we will go in long strokes. Long strokes are for venous return, improving venous return. That's all. So one of the main advantages of giving a bath by following all these steps is we are giving some range of motion exercises also for a patient who is continuously lying down. Once we learn about that, we can incorporate that also to our students. Okay, so apply your soap. Then, see, I am not cleaning this area, but make a note of it. So, I want to finish the lateral side first in circular motion and then medial side. Okay, this area you have to clean well. When you come to axilla also, you need to clean well. These are all real patient, it is very important. Here you cannot make out there is axilla, there is things like that. And there are some changes when we go to hospital. Some areas they are just using some wipes and finishing the bath and things like that.
They are not using.
Yes. Some areas they are still following this. Okay. You can take water little more also. I am putting everything very, very less so that the work is less. Okay. So the hands we are wiping like this. Once we finish, it's fine. And the next step is going to be, we are going to, okay, if you want, you can change the water at this stage, but my water is still clean. This hand separately cleaning is emphasized in all the patients. Okay, one is because they feel good, the patients will feel good, and also we are going to massage after this. See how many times we are washing our hands after eating, before eating, so many times, but they are lying down in the bed. Just to give them some relaxation and comfort, we clean their hands nicely. Okay, in between the fingers, all the dirt, we wash it very nicely, and it is in the real hot or warm water, so they feel very good. So this has to be done separately. That's why I did not clean. I started only from the wrist upward. Okay, once this is fine, wipe it. We are going to put little cream and massage it also. Okay, I forgot one thing. In this step, if you feel there are a lot of nails for the patient, soak it and then they can cut it. But if they are diabetic patients, better not to cut. Their nails are only trimmed, or somebody else who's senior will do it. Okay, so we have to tell the patient about diabetic patient. Why is it not good? All those things, especially when it comes to feet. Hands at least okay. Because after last semester, nobody would have used it. Okay. I'll show it in this hand because it's nearer to me. I want to show you. No, it is from. I'm not going to wash this hand. Just repeat the same procedure for this hand. Okay. See, when you want to massage, keep the patient's hands like this. Go from one direction. Okay. Like if you do on each other, you will feel the comfort and the relaxation. Okay, so just apply it like this. One point you should remember over here is, do not let the cream stay in between the fingers, because it can create moisture, it can attract dirt, it can also cause fungal infection. So remember, only outside we put. It will be normal with the patient, because it is plastic, all are standing here. Yeah, so if you find extra ones are there, you have to remove it. Okay. So repeat the same for the other hand. I'm not doing it, so draping, everything should be the same. Okay, we will do it for this nearer hand. Okay, next is going to be chest area. When we want to do chest and abdomen together, we can do for male patients because they can be exposed. But for female patients, we usually do chest separately, abdomen separately. Okay. But how do we drape the patient? We just drape the sheet. Okay, roll it till the pubic region. Okay, so cover it lengthwise like this. Mostly we encourage the patient, if they are able to do by themselves, rather than us doing. Though we are also female, they are also female, we encourage self-care here. But if they are unconscious, then it is we who should do it. Okay. So what are all the things we are going to be concentrating on? Okay, if you feel water is dirty, please change it.